Have you ever in all of your life seen anything quite like we've seen in the last 48 hours with this government, with Rachel Reeves, the tears, this welfare bill that ended up being so pointless that it was so shredded that it actually cost money? A Prime Minister who basically is now governed by the Labour backbench, the left gaining control by the minute, by the hour, by the day, and the unbelievable reality that our Ange could be Prime Minister of United Kingdom. That's a reality, yes. Isn't it?
Yes, happy birthday, Labour, for tomorrow, a year in power. And we were told, of course, they were going to bring stability back. There would be no dodginess. There would be nobody doing anything they shouldn't be doing. There'd be stability. They had a large mandate and a big majority, and everything was going to be fine. Well, as we found out, big majority doesn't mean a huge amount. We've got this weird position where the opposition is basically on the Labour benches, and it's from reform, which, despite all the huge opinion poll numbers that they have, are nonetheless still 5 MPs at the moment. I'm sure that'll change in the next election. So it's a very strange political time. The chaos of the last kind of 10 years or so, really, since the Scottish referendum, it just hasn't changed at all. It certainly hasn't changed in the last 48 hours or so. Rachel Reeves today out with Kier Starmer at the hospital visit, saying everything's fine, it's all wonderful, it's only a personal issue, which we're not allowed to know about. Kemi Badenoch's spokesman saying that we should be told what the issue was. Well, listen, I'm agnostic on this. I think if it's something to do with someone who hasn't chosen a career in politics, maybe it's a member of Rachel Reeves' family or whatever.
Why did she go to the chamber then?
Very true, and that's a feeling of Kier Starmer, it's a feeling of Rachel Reeves, and it's a failure of every other MP from the Labour Party who saw Rachel Reeves, saw that she was upset, didn't take her aside and say, do you know what, let's go for a cup of tea, let's sit down, we'll worry about this, you know, why is Rachel Reeves not in the chamber, we'll worry about that, we'll let the spinners and the press people worry about all that. It's about your welfare, and it was kind of a metaphor.
I mean, it is about her welfare, but you would also understand the cynicism on the benches of talk, which is, were you crying when you tried, well, you did take away that winter fuel allowance from pensioners, when you screwed the waspy women, when you lied to the farmers' faces with Starmer in the election and then dropped them in it. Did you think about our veterans? And I, you know, we were really empathetic to begin with, right? Somebody said to me, it was a family issue, why wasn't a sister upset? Just thought I'd drop that in. But the truth of the matter is, you could have not gone if it was that bad, but you've got to understand there is a high-octane belief that this woman is not up to her job. And what happened yesterday, Harry was on with us from The Sun, that spooked the markets. We were in the process of being Liz Truss. It was ridiculous, because markets and bond traders will look at that and go, that woman's that lady, person, whatever people will start, is in charge of the fiscal policy. She's in tears, man.
Exactly, and she's not just a woman, she's not just in charge of the Treasury, she's also a symbol of the financial health of this country. Yeah. And when that symbol starts crying, people start going, oh, hold on a second, is she going to be replaced? Has she been sacked? What's happening? Is she going to be replaced with some clown like Richard Bergen? Or are we going to have stability in the market?
Richard Bergen? Where's Richard Bergen come from?
Well, I had him on last week, and there were people messaging me yesterday saying, I really hope he's not in the cabinet. I don't think he's going to be anytime soon. But no, we're in a position where...
He wouldn't be in the toilet, Richard Bergen. Was he a Corbyn supporter?
Yeah, he was Shadow Justice Secretary under Corbyn.
Yeah, well, that lasted long, didn't it? Yeah, go on. Yeah.
I interviewed him last Friday, yeah. But listen, I think a lot of people are very, very worried about the financial health of this country. I think on a human level, people will hope that Rachel Reeves is okay. But at the same time, she's caused many tears by her financial policy. She's caused many people to cry, some of them who have rung you and me and told us how difficult it is to live in this country with, you know, without a winter fuel allowance, with, you know, wondering about welfare, wondering about personal independence payments, all those kind of issues that Labour has had to grapple with, and now largely you turned over as well.
I'm still amazed, and we'll get onto this talk exclusive because I'm going to keep you, because I know you want to go, which is why I'm going to keep you for an hour. What I'm amazed about is that we have this politician, and let's be perfectly honest, the British people had stopped listening to the Tories, right? And he didn't win the election, they lost it. But this man, I keep talking about political antennae and guts and smell, just doesn't get it. This morning, he came out with this quote. He said, I didn't realise that she was upset. Brilliant. The whole world knew that the woman sat 2 feet from you, was sobbing her heart out, and you didn't see anything.
Not even 2 feet, he was sitting beside him.
This is interesting. Now, he was speaking to Chris Evans on Virgin Radio, our sister station this morning, about Rachel Reeves. Have a listen.
I'm not going to speak for Rachel. I've obviously talked to her, and it was a personal matter. And given it's a personal matter, it's not for me then to breach Rachel's privacy on it. It's got actually, contrary to what people may think, nothing to do with politics, nothing to do with the ups and downs of this week, or her relationship with anybody in the Labour Party, purely personal. But what I would say is she is an excellent Chancellor. She will be Chancellor for a very long time to come, into the next election and beyond it. And she and I are absolutely committed to our fiscal rules and the economic stability that is so important for this country.
Pete, can I just ask you something? I know you sometimes think I'm a little bit flippant. He looks a little bit broken there. Would you agree with that? He looked a little bit broken
I think he's
there.
had a really tough week as well. I mean, it was just over a week, actually, Wednesday last week, where he said, oh, this is just noises off, this is just people talking, this is politics, this is the way it happens. And actually, it's not. It's him not having a hand on the tiller. It's him not managing his party. He only really engaged with the welfare stuff on Thursday. I think he's knackered too. And this is, well, I mean, he's Prime Minister, but he said...
You wanted it, kidder. That's it.
Well,
You're
he
knackered.
did, and he said in an interview with The Observer that he regrets certain things. He regrets the winter fuel allowance stuff. He regrets various bits and pieces. It's like, well, it's almost as if the job is happening to him rather than him taking control and deciding what he should do. Just lead us, lead the country, lead...
Don't think he's got it in him.